Authors! Good morning, boys and girls. So today for writing, we're going to review what we talked about last week. And last week we talked about adding details in our pictures. We talked about stretching our sounds out to make add labels. And we can begin to also write sentences. We talked about how we can use our sight words that we've been working very hard on to be able to build sentences for our writing. So let's go over those sight words. A-N-D spells good, and. Capital I spells I. L-I-K-E spells like. And T-H-E spells the. This is a review week for sight words, so we don't have any new ones. We only have these 4. Okay, but with our 4 sight words, we can be able to write sentences during our writing time. Okay, so in our class, we've been practicing having a set time on a timer to work on our drawings. And then we've had a set time on our timer to be able to work on stretching out words and also working on sentences if you're ready to be working on sentences. So I'm going to take just a few minutes to start my story. Okay, and then I will stop and we will stretch out some sounds and even begin to write a sentence. So I am going to tell you about my cat. His name is Wrigley, and he is a fat cat. So Wrigley is a orange cat. He is a boy cat. So I'm going to draw Wrigley's head. It's going to do kind of like an oval for his head. Okay, so you can see this. I'll get a little closer. And then we'll draw Wrigley's ears. He has pointed ears. Okay, and then we'll get out my black. And Wrigley has eyes. He has cute black eyes. And then he has a nose. And he also has whiskers. So here's Wrigley's head, okay? And then he has, like I said, he's a fat cat. So he is gonna have a big body. He has a neck, okay? And then he has a body. Cats are not as big as dogs, so I'm not gonna make him overly big, but that is a pretty fat cat. And he also has an orange tail. And then he has 4 legs. So here's Wrigley, my cat. And you know what Wrigley, my cat, likes to do? He likes to sleep in my daughter's bed. So I'm going to draw my daughter's bed. And I'm going to use a rectangle for the bed. Okay. And in my daughter's bed, she has a purple pillow. And I'm going to draw another rectangle inside the first rectangle to show her pillow. So her pillow's on the bed, and then we can color in the pillow. Okay. And then she has a blanket. She has a pink blanket. So here's my daughter's pink blanket. And my daughter is going to be laying in the bed. So we're going to draw my daughter. My daughter gets upset because Wrigley always tries to jump in bed with her. And when he jumps in bed, he tries to wake her up. Okay, so we're going to draw my daughter's head. And then she has a neck and a body and legs. So she's in bed. If you're in bed, what kind of clothes do you think you're wearing? Yep, she has her pajamas on, okay? So I would add some pajamas. Oh, we got to add her eyes. So see how I use simple shapes to make my person? I use some different lines. Mr. Ankenbrand has been working on teaching us about our lines in art and also our color wheel. Get out my blue. for her. Oh, this daughter has brown eyes, so I need my brown out. She has big brown eyes. And some eyebrows and a nose. And when I draw her mouth, it's going to be an unhappy mouth, an unhappy face, because Wrigley is in her bed and she doesn't like it. So she's going to have like her mouth's open. She's like, but she is not happy he's in her bed. And then we'll give her some yellow hair. All right. So my timer went off, so it's time to stop our drawing, even though our drawing is not finished yet. We're going to stop and we're going to add some labels and stretch out the sounds we hear. Okay? Then another day, I could keep this in my writing folder and I could get it out and then add more details. Maybe I'm going to draw my daughter's room. Maybe I would give some more details to my cat. Okay? So we're going to label our cat's name. And my cat's name was Wrigley. So we're going to stretch out Wrigley. Wah, wah, wah. Does anyone know what letter says wah, wah, wah? We haven't talked about it yet, but it's W, wind, wah. So what you could do is get out your foundations chart, and then you can find where the picture of the wind is, and then you could copy it. You could write W. Okay? So I put a W by his name. My daughter's name is Nyla, so she begins with a Do you remember what letter that is? Very good. N, not N. So I'm going to write an N. Okay, now she has the letter Y. Y, yellow, yeah. And we have not yet learned about that. So again, I'm going to look over here in Miss Wallace's room. I have an alphabet chart hanging up. You can get out your alphabet chart and you could copy the letter Y. Okay? Now I'm going to write a sentence about what's going on. And my sentence is going to say, the cat is fat and orange. Because remember, in my story, I said Wrigley was fat. And what color is he? He's orange. So first, we need the word the. Okay? The. That's a sight word. So what I can do is look up how to spell the sight word the. T-H-E. It would be a good idea at home if you have index cards. You can have mom or dad or even yourself could write these words on an index card and then you could keep them and then you could refer back to them. So the, and I'm going to write down here on my lines. See my lines at the bottom? The. Okay. Then we need the word cat. So we leave space and we have to sound out the word cat. K, k, k. What says k? Yeah, we learned C, cat. So we're going to write a C. Ah, k, ah, ah, ah. Yep, A, apple, ah. And the last sound, t, t, t. T, top, t. Look, k, at, cat. You guys helped write a word. The cat is. We need the word is. I. We learned that one. I, itch, I. And then we need s, snake, s. So we have the cat is. Now we need the word fat. So we would leave some space. And then we start the word fat. F, fan, f. Or F, fun. Yep, F, fun. Ah. So we need A, apple, ah. And then T, top, t. Now, some boys and girls, when you guys are sounding out, you might only have the beginning sound, and that's okay. If you can stretch out further than the beginning sound, that's great. Otherwise, you can just write only the beginning sound. So it just depends on where you're at in your writing stage. So let's read what we have so far. The cat is fat. Now we need the word and. So that was our sight word we learned last week. Here it is. A-N-D. And. So I would just copy that word. A-N-D. And we talked about how our sight words should be able to be spelled in a snap. That means real quick. So we have the cat is fat and now we have to write the word orange, and that's a super long word. Let's stretch it out. Oh, oh, ooh, my mouth made an O, so I'm gonna write O. Okay, or. Does anyone know what sound that makes? R, rat, We have not learned about R, rat, yet, but I could look over at my alphabet chart to help me. I found the rat, and now I see how I write a R. And then I might stop there, okay? If you could stretch out more, that's great. Otherwise, you could just stop there. And then you can give it a period. And a period says, stop our sentence, it's over. Let's read. The cat is fat and orange. Great job, boys and girls. So for writing today, I want you to get out your writing page, and you can spend about 5 minutes drawing us a picture, and then spend at least 3 minutes if you're able to. You can spend longer on that, and you can add some labels, and you can also start working on writing us a sentence, okay? All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.